papi, ya tú sabes la que hay.
Oh, that's perfect. I loved hearing that.
Esto es Cultura Pop, presentado por Pepsi Cola. Bienvenido, mi gente.
That was so needed, and so well done, brother.
Brought to you por Tats and Toys y Mr. Day de Geek Dad. Bienvenidos.
El papá de los geeks.
El papi de los geeks.
What you need, Mom?
Haven't done my Spanish announcer voice in a while.
I love you
Clasificada PG-13.
A show. Okay, I love you. Sorry, the little one.
Yo sabía que te iba a gustar, papá. I also made the intro song as well.
Just I love it.
Knows. It's not AI. It. I did use some AI for the background because I've been busy with work and I was having a little bit of a burnout. But the fonts I made myself. Everything else except for the background, I had to fucking ask the chat.
He did. He literally did, folks. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming. We really appreciate you coming for our very first episode, which had a couple of hiccups, but hey, everything's all good.
Yeah, but we good. We good. Oh, there's the man TG.
Love it, mi gente.
Yeah. So just put me in the background vocals. Bro, you already know. You already know. You gotta do all you gotta do is send me the fucking the sound clip. I'll make you sound nice. This is TG font.
TG. No, we gotta call it the TG effect. You gotta have him say that in the TG effect.
Sí, Star Streamer, necesitas aprender mucho más español.
Yes, we are, and just so you guys know, this is something that we did talk about, that we will like to simulcast this in Spanish and eventually maybe do a version of this where the whole episode will be almost all entirely in Spanish, so that we will be able to hit those people that do. But we want to check the numbers first and see how things pan out, because
no se sorprendan cuando empecemos a hablar español y se queden, what is happening?
I know. Yo no entiendo eso, and then they got to get their their
and then
subtitles.
We'll have Chode swing by. I'm gonna call ICE.
Oh Lord, he never can escape us, can he? He won't ever.
No,
escape us.
We live rent free in his fucking dome of a condo.
If he hate watches, thank you for hate watching our episode tonight. We love it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's some hate watchers, being that some are hate following. Which, hey, welcome, bienvenidos al infierno.
The algorithm loves you, just so y'all know.
What?
I said the algorithm will follow. Yeah, the algorithm will follow them, because obviously we love it. Because when you guys hate watch, that means you're actually watching, which gives us numbers. So please do it.
That's true. Hate watchers won't be able to clip anything if it's in Spanish.
Yeah, because they won't understand.
You know what? Mira, Chad, mamate un bicho, so cabrón.
El come culo.
Yeah. Jodio cabrón. But yeah, this is going to be our new podcast with me and Dre. We're basically trying to show collecting through a different lens. You know what I'm saying? A little bit different. Not only collecting, but also cosplaying. Anything that has to do with pop culture. We're looking to kind of focus on, the I don't want to say minorities, because I fucking hate that word. But
people of color.
Yeah, people of color. The fucking shade of ice deportation. There you go. Esto es Cultura Pop.
Yeah, it took me out of the screen for it, though, which I don't
say. What? I seen it just came up.
Yeah, it came up, but it took me out of it, which is kind of funny.
So that's weird. It says you're streaming on my end. So how's everybody's night?
¿Cómo está mi gente? We hope you guys are having fun.
We'll get into the nitty-gritty soon. We're just getting shit sorted out.
You know how it is, technical difficulties, folks. We love it.
Yep. But we got 10 people watching. Let's get it. And we really appreciate y'all. Yeah, hey, he is.
And if you know what, if we don't even have the slideshow, that's it's over here.
Oh, there's the slideshow.
Yeah, I gotta go to my Google
Dre came prepared.
Yeah, y'all know my cheat sheets. If you all were watching yesterday with me and Dave, I'm about the cheat sheets.
Yeah.
And when I don't have my cheat sheet, I'm a bad teacher.
Yeah, TJ, mi hermano, make sure you stay hydrated because I
Please
already
do.
know. Yeah.
All right, there we go. All right.
Esto es cultura pop, papi, ya tú sabes lo que hay. Yeah, and that's also me saying that.
Okay. Can you the screen that I put up there?
Yep, put it up on the
Yes,
stage.
sir. There you go.
Boom.
Here, let me just actually
Ahí
present down
estamos con
here.
el slideshow.
I like to have it going. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm feeling extra Spanish today, boy.
Oh no, sí, claro que sí,
Yeah,
muchacho. I want it to be that way on
donde
purpose.
la representación importa.
Exactly. Listen, folks. So a little bit about like what my boy is saying. When we look at pop culture through the lens we look at it, we always look at pop culture as just toys, video games, movies, right? That's the biggest thing we always look at it as. But that negates cosplaying because we always
Mm-hmm.
forget there are tons of cosplayers out there. And Hellspawn
Mm-hmm.
Legacy, that's an
Yep.
awesome brother, Latino
Mm-hmm.
nerd. He's another
Mm-hmm.
great one. They
There's
they
one.
are like well known for cosplaying, and
There's
they
this
do it
girl that does a cosplay as a Puerto Rican Mandalorian, Flores Ilenium.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to holler at her to see if she can get on.
And she's actually friends with Latino Nerd, so we
Nice.
can
What's
get
up,
them
Super
both on
K?
because that's what they're known for. And Hellspawn, he designs cosplays. He does this for
Nice.
fun, and he actually does. He's got a black-owned business for representation. He's all about this. So we're going to be spotlighting people like that, but then we also, want to spotlight things that are even deeper. And
Mm-hmm.
I tried it when I did this slideshow. I kind of was looking at it through the lens of what would I want to talk about, not but what I want to talk about, but
Ooh, now you're
something my
speaking my
boy here.
language.
Now, see, I say this because this is all my
Mm-hmm.
boy Tyrone. This is his thing.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter is a fan of cars, the older one, not the little one, the older one. And this was something that, has gone international, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at drifting and
Mm-hmm.
drift culture, like me as the anime nerd, I go to Initial D, the
Yep.
video game, the
That's
anime, the manga.
that is the one to blame is Initial D and Tokyo
Mhm.
Drift. That is the
But
whole.
see, you know it on that
But
deeper level.
yeah, but also another person that it is to blame is the driver named Keiichi Suya, which is the first person to whip around on an 8.6 una mil seis, papa.
Mhm.
Which was the first person to whip around with a Toyota AE86 on an old VHS video called Plus P. And it's him just fucking ripping all over fucking Japan, dude. Like, and that right there. So Keiichi Suya, believe it or not, is lightly Initial D's lightly based on Keiichi Suya. Keiichi Suya started as a street racer, toge racer, and then cue up the Euro beat. Boom, 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 boom.
Night of Fire. Listen, that's one
Yeah,
of my favorite songs.
and from there, he basically Initial D came out. It made everybody a car nerd. And then back then, you also had Hot Version, which was their DVDs that you had to get,
Mhm.
from the bootleg man. And I got a bunch of those in my basement somewhere, which was all presentations of different JDM cars. And that was, oh man, it was so different. Speaking of race cars, I'm gonna be getting mine fixed up this week. Hopefully, I got my starter, I got my fuel pump, and hopefully, there's not a million rats living inside of it.
Oh, let's hope not. I don't want you to be
Yeah,
getting. We don't need any bites or anything. None of
no,
that. No.
I'm gonna
But
be fixing my 2005 Subaru STI in World Rally Blue with the sparkle rims. I fucking love that bitch. Her name is Smurfette.
oh, look at that. See, I have to see pictures. So we're going to be seeing pictures hopefully posted on this. But again,
Oh
this
yeah.
started in the 70s in Japan and then spread like wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I actually found interesting was I knew Tats is a huge fan of this. So I was like, I have to spotlight this for him. And when I looked into it, I was like, well, what other movies have there ever been on this? And man, there were like 15 movies that were done all in Asia that
Mm-hmm.
were like wildly popular. I've never heard of half these movies, but
Mm-hmm.
apparently these are like the Inception movies from what we get, like the Fast and Furious,
Yep.
for what we have that new one, Drift, that's coming out.
Drifter. Oh, I can't wait for
yeah,
that.
Drifter, which I'm looking forward to see that too. And
He's
so
blind
much.
from one eye.
Look at that.
And he drifts with one eye. And his car, the flip lights, one's up and one's down to represent his eye. I'm like, Song Kang just has that drip. He just has the fucking drip, dude.
And it looks interesting too as a film. But it's like hearing that perspective. Like I didn't even know that. I forgot that when they had told us that he was blind like that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's blind from one eye, and it's gonna be basically a regular drifter dude. Like you start from the bottom, you win some races, you build your car, and you eventually whip some ass. And then everybody's like, "You're never gonna make it because you're fucking blind." You know what I mean? At least that's the premise.
Yeah.
My boy might end up coming out in the background because he actually went to Jersey. He invited me to go to Jersey, but it was during the weekend, and my weekends I'm usually working. He went to Jersey and he actually fucking was in the film. So like while they were doing some races and everything in the track out there. And he still throws it in my face every day and I fucking hate him for it.
But do you see like one thing that Tats and I talked about and it's something interesting is that there's a lot of people that are into the car culture that are into comics, into cosplay, into video games, and it's like a wildfire effect.
In Japan is hand in hand. In Japan is hand in hand. Yeah, and you look at the raps. You see some raps, and it's like full on Vegeta raps, full on One Piece raps, full on. I've never heard of that anime raps. Like right now, the thing is too that speaking of representation, so Puerto Rico, we are actually some of the fastest motherfuckers in the world. Believe it or not, we build some of the what up. We build some of the fastest cars, and that is because a lot of Puerto Ricans are not afraid to work on a rotary engine, the RX-7 engine. And you would hear this. I would hear this growing up all the time. Es rotativo, papi. Es rotativo. And what they were saying is like, yo, it's a rotary. I wouldn't be surprised if this fucking Toyota has a rotary engine in it. You know what I mean? Because what happens with the rotary engine, it has a thing in the inside called the Dorito chip. It's a giant triangle, which is the rotary thing or whatever. I'm not going to get into specific because I am not a mechanic. I just ruined a bunch of cars and now I know how to work on them.
He experiments.
Yeah. I did science for science sake.
I love that for science, folks.
Yeah. I did it for science to see if my hypothesis was correct, and they're always wrong. But yeah, so Puerto Rico right now, you can look this up, and it's getting some shine thanks to Donut Media, the underground racing scene out there. There's an underground racing scene out here, and guess what? Majority of them are Puerto Ricans, and it's all because of Puerto Rico. There's a thing in Puerto Rico called La Fiebre, where they go to Salinas, and that's they hold records in that track. It's a drag racing track, and they hold all kinds of records in Salinas.
Which is interesting because that's like a big Southern thing here too. Like I've noticed, like I'm not into that, but I have friends that like that, like I play D&D with that are like into that sort of stuff, and they talk about that, like that you pay registry, like you register, come to the thing. And then I saw a video because of the fact I Googled this, and I guess it got into my algorithm. It started showing me stuff in Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico seems to be like I didn't know any of this till I did the research. It is like a huge thing down there, and they get people from all over to come down there, bringing their cars and doing stuff. So like, expect us to have some people come through and talk about this. And because again, I never knew about this, and it's interesting to see a different side and to have these conversations, because guess what? I guarantee you, somebody that's watching this is like, yo, I'm a car head, and there's car heads like me, not me particularly, but my boy is. And you know, we'd love to have you on here just to talk about what got
actually
you into that.
Today I just traded one of my homies. So last year I used to vend at the flea market, and I used to sell all kinds of Hot Wheels, and I made a bunch of friends, and I just did some trades with one of my peoples. He came by and we traded some cars because we're car guys, and I finally got my R34 GTR in blue. It's a regular Hot Wheels, but god damn, it's hard to find.
Ooh. And that's another one
I'll be doing the wheel swap on that one later tonight.
And see, that was something you mentioned in our group chat that I thought about too. That is diecast, which kind of was tied part into this as well. Is that there's a whole community of collectors that I know buy action figures and do this. But if you look at Tats' photos, he does some great stuff. And again, I'm not just trying to, glaze him, as the kids say.
Oh, thank you.
He does great pictures, and it's like I find it interesting because I don't have it's not personally something I would buy, but I can still admire the photography.
Yeah,
and
you can
it
still
looks
appreciate
really
it.
good. I can appreciate that, and I think that that's something I want to spotlight, and that we want to spotlight here is that there are other diecast collectors. Like I've heard there's diecast collectors that buy it's a whole thing. Like they don't just buy little cars; they buy the larger cars, and then they buy.
I'm one of them.
Kits that they can alter these cars. And when you mentioned swapping the wheels, I was like, is that a thing? And bro, I went down the rabbit hole.
Bro, there's people that saw them. The customizing community for Hot Wheels is fucking insane.
Oh, it is.
I just do wheel swaps and some paint jobs here and there, but there's people that create body kits. There's people that do all the interior detail. Like, it's fucking bananas, bro. I do what time allows me to do.
And I've seen it with not only Hot Wheels, but I saw it with Lego kits too. Because my daughter was telling me about it. Like she wanted to get lights, like for her headlights on her F1 cars. And she was like, "Oh, what's the best kits?" And I was asking friends. And dude, I went down that rabbit hole. And it's like, y'all are awesome. Like I think it's so cool that because I only know action figure customization, because I think that that's where a lot of my algorithm puts that stuff. But now that I started looking into that, some of the stuff that people be doing, chef's kiss to y'all, man.
Look up Jakarta diecast project. I think it is. Yeah, Jakarta diecast project. That dude is fucking bananas. And then there's this other guy named Carthangs. Like that Carthangs.
Carthangs.
And he's another fucking crazy customizer, dude. Like I tried it, and the cars that I chopped up stayed chopped because I couldn't put them back together.
So no duct tape could save it?
Bro, not even Jesus himself.
Oh, man, that's bad.
If it came over here, was like fixed, then he's going to look at me like, I can't help you, brother. I can't help you. Perdóname, papá, pero la perdiste.
Oh, and for those of you translation, you lost
it means, sorry, homie, you lost it.
Or you're fucked.
You're fucked in layman's terms. You're fucked. But Speaking of action figures, I finally found this bulky fucker.
Oh yeah, he did. And it's funny. I've seen him everywhere. Like he's been everywhere. So,
but I didn't know this was gonna look this fucking good.
Again, I think it's
the skin tone matches.
To be honest, I think it's because it's the Punisher, that one with the bike. I think that's a bigger Punisher body.
Yeah, bulkier
one.
It
looks good. If you put it on the Bernthal one, I don't think it would look so good.
That's going to look fucking weird. I got it on that other buck, the other Punisher buck, and it looked all right. But once I put it on this one, the more huskier one, ahí se queda. That's it. That is now that Punisher's head for the rest of its life.
So I'm going to go on to the next thing that you guys would possibly be seeing on our show, which is this.
Ooh.
And this is something I have, and this is what bonded the two of us as brothers here, because not many friends in this community are into tokusatsu and or sentai or kaiju. And I say these three are different, yet they are all under the same umbrella. Here's why. Tokusatsu, as I wrote in this definition here, is the practical special effects. I love those in movies. And you've heard me and Dave talk about practical effects in movies on the outer dimensions. I absolutely am a huge fan of those things. Like I like CGI for certain stuff, but practical effects like Jaws, like seeing Jaws, or the horror films, like where the ambiance of the movies and the music and the lighting, those are all things that I love. And tokusatsu is that. Yes, it is corny, and we see the firework, like, and you see crazy fireworks, the
sparks and shit. Yeah,
but this is what tokusatsu.
But I love
it.
Yeah,
all day, every day, twice on Sundays, bro.
So I don't give a fuck if that's a dude in a suit, in a fucking Godzilla suit. I want that Godzilla suit. God damn it! Like that's why I'm watching it.
we absolutely love it, and that'll come down. That perfect segue to kaiju. Who doesn't love Gamera? Godzilla, obviously Godzilla, Kong.
Yeah,
I mean these are just
Mothra,
some of the
Rodan,
Mothra, Rodan, Ghidra, Mecha Godzilla, Space
that's my dude.
you know. Yeah, I mean, there's so many, and the kaiju genre.
What is it? Godziggy? We haven't gotten one of him.
Oh, Godzuki, the baby one.
Godzuki,
Yeah, we haven't. We never
one.
got a Godzuki. We did get Baby Kong in the last Kong versus.
Oh yeah, we did. That's true. That he beat him up afterwards.
Yep, we got the little baby. So we got Baby Kong running around now, and when you look at the MonsterVerse, which is now wildly popular here stateside, but there's fans like one of the guys that runs a local comic shop. He's a huge Godzilla head, and I did not realize. I knew that there's a local show here on the East Coast that you can go to that's just all Godzilla. It's all kaiju, and obviously minus minus one's coming out this year.
Yeah,
and I am hype because I saw both minus zero in black and white and in color, and I love the black and white version. Hands down, was just a better version to watch it. And again, you don't meet many people that are into that because again, it is a very specific genre.
Niche.
It's very niche. And when I do meet people that are into it, they're very timid to talk about it because they know it's kind of hokey. Because when you think about what we grew up with on Saban's Power Rangers, that's what it is. And people are like,
campy
shit. It's campy.
Until you watch fucking Super Sentai Zoo Ranger and you're like, holy shit, this is dark.
Oh, or Garo. Let's go. Let's go. Let's hit him with the deep cuts. Garo, which I call it Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So hola mi gente. I love my boy AC.
But AC is el socio.
You missing out if you're not paying attention to some of the greater hits of what Sentai is, because it's not just Power Rangers. It's not just
Gokaiger is really good.
Gokaiger is, I think, out of the modern Ranger stuff, Gokaiger was, I would say maybe Shinkenger and Gokaiger were good. I think Gokaiger was better because I love that it brought back kind of the flavor of the old stuff. Gyozer was not bad because it kind of had that Gokaiger flavor.
What the fuck was the ninja one? No, that is Gokaiger, right?
Abba Ranger.
Yeah, Abba Ranger. That one was
Abba Ranger was really good. I didn't like the Toger. Bokenger was good. Because that was the one where the cars had eyes, the Toger. That the cars had eyes and they talked, and I just didn't. I tuned out.
I wasn't a fan.
That was one that I completely passed.
I can take some kiddie shit, like some Toy Story shit like that if it gets dark. You know what I'm saying? Like W. W has all those little creatures and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it gets goofy, but it's a fucking dope show.
I would say Build was like that too.
Yeah, Build as well. Yep.
Where you had that kind of corniness, but then it got like
serious towards the end.
Revice. Because I looked at him the other day, Kamen Rider Demon. I mean, walked around and he freaking was like they were kind of goofy, but like they're like straight evil.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah,
until they
Kamen
did the
Rider
dancing.
Revice was really good.
Wait, you mad? Start talking about the dancing. It's not the dancing. It's sort of think of Ginyu Force. That's kind of
that's true.
It's like the concept that So this is the teacher brain in me doing this. So I'm gonna put my teacher head on for a second. It's a cultural difference. Like we know that like if I see somebody transforming, why don't I just pull a gun out and shoot them?
Yeah, and shoot them.
And just, you don't have your superpowers.
By the time you go up to stab him in Japan, he's already transformed and fucking rocking your shit.
Exactly. So I think it's a cultural difference as to the presentation of what it is. It's sort of like that European soldier, like they were used to walking through the forest instead of guerrilla tactics, which is what the Native Americans taught us, or not taught us, but the Native Americans taught the colonizers that came here to the U.S. So I think that when you look at it, it's a cultural thing that we don't like that they have to do the hokey transformation. But Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Bleach.
One Piece.
Do you think I need someone to go like this? Kite. Like shoot.
I mean, look, it does. I'm sorry, but it doesn't get goofier than Gear 5 Luffy.
Oh God, yeah.
That is 100%. Legit Japanese Looney Tunes.
I mean, he is the epitome of Who Framed Roger Rabbit met, meets the most powerful god you could put in an anime world.
Yep, and just laughs at everybody while he's fucking ruining their day. It's fucking great. I love it.
And, in all three of these things, we've got, I would say, amongst the core group of my friends, and when I say my friends, not just the homies that we know, but like I would say I know maybe 6 people that are like die-hard fans of this. That can that can literally go toe to toe with me and Tats. Like very few people I could say truly can go toe to toe with us verbally when it comes to the Sentai stuff. And I welcome anybody that can try, because I love hearing their fan.
You're about to have a true Star Screamer like, oh, word?
That's what I'm saying. That's why. Do you see why I'm poking the bear? Because I'm gonna shout out Brick something. See, mira, Brick something. I'm shouting you out, brother, because you're the only other one. Dave, I know is into it too. I'm gonna poke the bear. So,
Dándole leña al fuego.
See, that's kind of what we like to do. My boy is a bad influence on me here, let me tell you, because he likes to poke the bear a lot. I'm gonna poke the bear on this one too, because I think that when you guys love this stuff, the fact that the fire, the passion of fuego, this is what we want to draw out of you. The deeper understanding of why you love this, because I know people that are die-hard fans to this that will fight you tooth and nail. Not just because of facts. I don't want facts. I want to know why. Why does it drive you to love it? Like I see all these new YouTubers and people coming up on Instagram talking about this shit. And I just start laughing because I'm like, man, you don't know shit. Like, oh, I just started watching it. Cool. Congratulations. Welcome to the club. I'm glad you like this. But do you know what this show means? Like, Hibiki is, to most Heisei era fans, they don't like Hibiki. It was a joke show. Miyuki Kanbei, who was the Sailor Moon live action, yes, I can go there with people, is not the best sidekick.
Yeah.
Her acting was terrible. And Hibiki's character was kind of lame.
Hibiki just looked cool.
He did.
That's it.
And then
Todoroki, he beat drums.
See, Todoroki was my guy though in that show, because my man had that guitar axe.
Yeah.
I loved him for the guitar.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, he was the coolest one.
Who beat you while beating the drums, which was great.
And the only time he got cool was when he actually got like literally fired up and he got his hyper form where he got like the flame tonfa, and he was like, that was cool.
I didn't know that Star Screamer.
Yeah, it did. And that was kind of it was that weird, I don't want to say a bridge show, but it definitely was that show that we kind of, I don't feel we got a lot of meat on the bone.
That's not the first Kamen Rider show I'm gonna tell people to watch. I know that for sure.
Oh, that's Hibiki's not. I mean, no, I say Kabuto.
If you run into it, you run into it.
But honestly, now, didn't we say this? You and I both said this. We would not throw you to Kabuto. I think you and I both agreed that 01 was the one to bring people into.
Yeah, I think, especially right now with all the AI shit going on, you watch 01 and it'll make more sense than, you know what? I'm gonna go back to watch 01 actually.
You know what? Don't even say that, because I was thinking about going back to watching it the other day, and he's on my desk here somewhere. When I find him, I'll put him up here.
I got all of them. You know, I got all of them.
We actually showed up. Me and Tats had a thing where we were like showing off our. I was like, "Yo, look at this," and we was like, "Yo, look at this."
Oh, so you think you're a fucking nerd? Check this out. No, I'm a fucking nerd. Check this out. And we're both we're both fucking nerds.
And then that's why we both were like, okay, we're equal level. We love each other. We're good. We're here.
Yep.
We're simpatico.
Yeah, but I will say, once you knew who Kashan was, I was like, this is my dude.
That's how you find your people. And this is kind of why we're doing this thing. Because it isn't just about the color of your skin, the gender you choose, your sexual orientation. It is, why do you love this? And what was it like growing up
and watching this? Like, because believe it or not, I watched all this stuff growing up in Puerto Rico. Like Ultraman, Puerto Rico. Mazinger Z, Puerto Rico. Gatchaman, Puerto Rico. Grandizer, Puerto Rico. Like all those old animes, I didn't even know they were animes till I came to the States. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
you grew up with that in Puerto Rico. I grew up with watching that in New York. So for me, I feel like I got I grew up with that as a kid, so like I knew like
I agree with that list.
Oh yeah, that's a hell of a actually. Oh shit, that is decade. Can we switch decade and put
sí,
Kiva?
tú te criaste en Puerto Rico también viendo la misma mierda. Todos los mechs, all of them.
Can
Gordian.
Can we switch decade with Kiva?
Kiva. Okay.
I think Kiva's a better one than decade because decade was short and it was more niche because you needed to know the other riders.
Decade's good if you want to get yourself acquainted with all the armors.
Yes, so you can want to know the older riders.
Yeah, so see if maybe, that's a cool armor. I'm gonna check out what the fuck that's about because that's how it works for me. Like I first gotta like the armor to then be like, all right, now I can sit down and watch the show.
And okay, so this is an interesting question. I'm gonna hit you on the live and to anybody in our chat, throw your suggestions in there. If you had to come in watching Sentai, because now that they consider the Sentai era is over,
it's over, yeah,
45 years. And we're taking a break, and metal heroes are a thing. Tats, what would you say is the best Sentai show of the last maybe 10 years to introduce somebody to say, hey, I think you need to watch this?
Honestly, and it's gonna sound cliche, but Zoo Ranger, because it's MMPR. Like you're already familiarized with the people.
Okay, so wait. I'm gonna say, what if you didn't ever see you were a kid that never watched it? You don't know the pop culture to that. Let's just take that off the table. If you had to go in the last 10 years of Sentai shows,
which Japanese version was the Time Force one when they're like, traveling in time?
Shit, was that Car Ranger?
Was it? I can't remember. I think so.
I think it was Dave. You know this one because Dave. I know if you're still watching, Dave, jump in there because you know
that one.
That might be a good one. I almost would say Go Kaiser.
I was gonna say the same thing too, but
I think that's a good one because it's like Captain Marvelous is such a great character, and he's got the attitude that I kind of think is a great swag. And
yo, right here, 100%, papá, 100% de con un plato de conflay, con un plato de conflay.
You spelled it the way I think that. Oh man.
Yeah. For those that don't know, cornflake for us is cornflakes, but it's not technically cornflakes. It's just all cereal. All cereal. Yes. We call all cereal cornflake. All of them.
Because that's what your grandmother called it.
Yep.
You had every
Avena, single plate. Yep.
You had
Avena and cornflake.
And cornflake. Those are your choices. And Avena was, as a kid, I didn't like it. As an adult, I grew to love it.
Oh, y maicena. Maicena también.
See, look at that, bro. For y'all that don't know, we're hitting on the old classics here. I love this.
Con las donitas aquellas en las cajitas amarillas. Oh my God, that you can buy it on the side of the road. Those were the donuts, bro.
See, he's hitting me because my grandfather. So I didn't grow up in Puerto Rico, but I grew up in the Bronx, and my grandfather used to go to the vendors.
Puerto Rico 2.0.
Yes, pretty much. If you guys want to know, the Bronx was Puerto Rico 2.0. I got that experience there. My grandfather used to go out to the vendors, like on the side of the street, in front of the wherever you would get his loteria. He would go in front of the bodegas, and they would have the little vendors that were like used to being in the street in Puerto Rico, and they would just be on the side of the roads. They'd be like on Fordham, on Grand Concourse, wherever you lived, and they would come
allá era like that was like one of the very few places that you can get flan from Hogar Crea. I don't know if you know what Hogar Crea is. They used to go around selling flans.
Yep.
That was like all for like rehabilitated dope heads. But a lot of the times they would, but anyways, they would sell some fire ass flan. And me as Iron Flan, a flan connoisseur, can approve this message.
If you haven't had flan, folks, you're missing out.
I can make that shit, bro. My mom taught me how to make it.
I haven't made it in years, and I probably will eventually. I have to make it dairy free now because
good luck.
Yeah, I know. It's loaded with dairy.
Yeah, bro. It's
leche Gonzala, leche evaporada.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, folks. It's one day maybe we need to do that. The food of Puerto Rico, the food, like different cultural foods, because I would love to do that. Because I think Cultura Pop is going to be talking about that because cooking is a thing.
Yeah,
y'all don't realize cooking is a thing. There's enough YouTubers, Instagrammers that talk about it. And Don Jose, if you guys have not followed him, follow Don Jose. He is hilarious. He's Dominican in Florida, and he does some great videos Absolutely love him. Now wait, Q Ranger or Lupin versus
Sorry.
Pot Ranger would be good. And Pot Ranger, it's interesting. We definitely got to do an episode about this because I feel like I don't know if I'd say
We
Pot.
gotta have True Starscreamer come through so he can geek out with us on Tokusatsu and all this shit.
And I got to get Brick.
So
Brick's got to come through as
we're
well
gonna
because I
hit
think
you.
the 4
We'll
of
hit
us.
you with a message, Starscreamer, so we can have you on and we'll fucking shoot this shit.
Yeah,
and
I'll
nerd
send.
out
I'll
for a
send
little
this.
while.
I'll send out some dates to you, and you tell me what's good because
So you
I
can
feel
learn
like I
some
don't
more
want to lose.
Espanol with us.
I don't want to. I don't want to lose the norms right now, even though I feel like I might have. But yeah, this is one of those things. Let's go to the next one.
Yep.
Which is something that I was extremely interested in when I heard about it 2 years ago. And I didn't know how big it was. And then Tats and I talked about it, and he was like, Dre, bam, he knew. Like,
I'm sorry, this motherfucker hit me with that, bro.
Oh, shit.
Bro,
no, that's my there's a lot of my family on that side that, yeah.
Honestly, no, I can't even say me too because a lot of my family on the other side of, they're more the providers than the doers. Let's just leave it there.
Holy crap! He just pooped his pants. Oh Jesus! Don't poop it yet, Joseph. Don't do that. But so this was something that caught my interest, and this kind of actually blends in with a lot of what Tat says. If you guys are following him, and obviously you follow both of us on social media, the whole concept of woke culture, and this actually goes back to the 40s when Cholo culture, which is tied to the Mexican
with
American, the whole concept of
Mm-hmm.
this Chicano revolution, which was very big in California. So that culture in the 90s, because of hip hop and because of car culture, like I found
because
this out,
of
like
Dangerous Minds and 187 and all those other Blood In, Blood Out, American.
I was gonna say Blood In, Blood Out was like huge. And
bro, that shit had us calling each other vato. Like, what the fuck?
I know, like, Puerto Ricans. It's like, what? But you're Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So
Miklo.
No mames, way.
No mames, way.
So, and shout out to my Mexican brothers. I do know many of you, and I love you. I'm just saying
we will have an actual Chicano to speak with this. I know a few.
See, and I want to because I thought it was so interesting to see this culture for the men and women in Japan. Like, because they had Lowrider magazine get translated and brought over from California and from the States to there, it's like it blew up. And
culture is culture, man. It's whether you're here, like we're here geeking over Japanese culture and we're Puerto Ricans. You know what I mean? They're in Japan geeking over Chicano cultures. You know what I mean? Like culture, when this shit is dope. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It's only the fucking anti-woke cornballs that have something to say about it because they want to make sure that their mayonnaise is crispy. Like, it's fucking dumb. You know what I'm saying? They're done mayonnaise. The fuck out of here.
I absolutely, I love you for saying that because it's just that. Just the imagery in my head is just so perfect for what it was. But he's right. And when culture is culture at the end of the day, however you digest it, I think it's so cool to see it represented in other people. Because if you think about it, and I didn't even get to do this in a slide and I wanted to do it, was like dance culture and hip hop culture in South Korea.
When I was growing up, like especially here, so I grew up in a bunch of different places, but I also spent a lot of time here in Massachusetts. That's why I'm back in Massachusetts after doing my rounds or whatever. And when I was growing up, the amount of white people that were trying to be Puerto Rican, bro, listening to reggaeton, coming through, hanging out with all the Hispanics, smoking weed on the stoops and everything else, like it was insane. And the crazy shit is, some of them are weirdos now, and it doesn't make any fucking sense because it's like you grew up with us. We accepted you in our community, and now you're talking shit about us. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. But it's like, it's so weird because back in those days, it's almost like if it was cool, it was cool. It didn't matter. Like the whole me acting black shit. Like, bro, this is how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fucking adapt black culture. I grew up around it, bro.
But it's also ingrained into our culture because we are Taino people. We're not Puerto Ricans aren't full-blooded Taino unless you are Arawak, and that's very less than 1% of the people left on the island are actual Arawak, like the indigenous people of the Taino. Now, when you look at Puerto Ricans, and this is again teacher hat on from the history, I'm gonna tell you, our people are a conglomeration of colonizer Spaniard, colonizer European.
My skin color.
Pretty. My wife says I'm white.
Yeah, I'm light skinned with green eyes. I'm fucking. You already know, but like I forgot where I was gonna go with this. I'm gonna blame that to the bullet wound that I got in my head, but I went blank. Take it, Drake.
All right, so I think I know where you were going. So I'm gonna try to pick it up and see if I volleyball it back to you here. So in the sense of our people are a conglomeration of slaves from Africa.
Thank you. That's what I was going to bring back.
The Taino and colonizer, however you want to use Spanish or European.
And then never mind that. The whole let's I'm gonna circle back to the act black shit. What you're trying to tell me is I act like hip hop. Just so everyone's aware, hip hop was started by blacks and Puerto Ricans in the Bronx. Most of the breakdancers were Puerto Ricans, bro. One of the main DJs, I can't remember his name right now, but he was Puerto Rican, bro.
Grandmaster Flash?
No, it was Charlie Fresh or something like that.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know. I have a book. Actually, I got the book. The first book that actually talks about it. I have it.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? A lot of the graffiti writers, bro. My mom's ex-boyfriend back in the days when I was growing up, Ink 172. The dude was like known all over the place. Puerto Rican dude. Back in the 80s when I was growing up in Brooklyn. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I ain't acting black, motherfucker. I'm acting like me.
This is what we represent. Like, I think that I'm gonna go off on this rant now because I love you brought it up and I love it.
I poked the bear.
He poked the bear, and I didn't. So when people say to us, and they go after my brother here, and they say,
"Yes, Charlie Chase, thank you."
They say that we're black, right? Oh, because he speaks like that. Well, then you're going after me. Because guess what? I'm actually black too. Like I can go my last name. I know I'm not gonna say my last name to dox myself, but Tyrone knows Ty knows my last name.
Yeah.
And so does TG.
Oh, people know my name, dog. This motherfucker don't put it out there. I don't care.
But you know me, I don't want to dox myself because you know me. But on a personal level, you know my last name. And my government last name is definitely not Rodriguez,
not
Gonzalez, Nunez, none of that. And the thing is, it's very much tied to my grandfather on my dad's side, who was from Africa, who was actually very black, was like black.
Yeah.
And people look at me and they're like, "Oh, but you don't talk like that, Andre. You don't speak like that." No, because I don't. It's called code switching. Because to fit in and to be safe, if I was different, too different, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I had to learn the code switch.
I can whip up my, hey, how you doing? And fucking, I do it every fucking day when I tattoo. I code switch. That's the thing is that we can code switch, bro, and still looks natural.
And and you know why we do it? And it's not fair because of ignorant motherfuckers out there that tell us that because we act too Hispanic or we act too black, or if we're too proper in our English, we're pretending to be. I'm sorry, my wife has 4 college degrees. I'm sorry, she's the smartest fucking person I know, and I love her to death. And guess what? Doesn't matter. She can be whatever she is.
Look at my Act Black T-shirt.
Oh no! Look at me. I'm wearing a football jersey.
Look, we both got W's, except mine's cooler.
Your W is definitely cooler than mine. I'm just representing an orphan.
All right, shit. Now I feel like an asshole.
Well, he's a rich orphan. I mean, we could be mad at him for
that. I have feel like an asshole.
But do you guys see what we're saying? Like, we shouldn't have to code switch, but society makes us, and that's not a thing that we should have to do. And it's not even just us. People that are different orientations, they have to code switch just to fit in. And that's what Cultura Pop is not about. We're not about having to code switch. We're here to be who we are as genuine and keep doing what we can do and what he already does with TG on financial mistakes, which y'all need to be tuning in for that as well. You know, cheap plug moment. because I'm going to take the negative with a positive. Cheap plug.
Coming up August 6th, I believe. We will be live on August 6th, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we will actually have Rowdy Rouse, which is apparently my girlfriend.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
You better
bro.
tell her girlfriend. You better tell her girlfriend, watch out.
Bro, these motherfuckers got no other joke. They got no other joke. Like, no other fucking joke. Today, someone said that, why didn't I call her to defend me because she's my girlfriend? I was like, dude, you guys are fucking corny. Like, y'all are corny as shit, bro. And then I told him, you're just projecting that you're lonely, bro, and that you want a fucking man. Like, the fuck out of here.
Oh, no, I just can't wait to be in the mod in the chat so I can make people disappear when they need to, when you guys be assholes. And listen, y'all be free to speak your mind as long as y'all are respectful of my people and the guests. That's all we ask. But that's for Tuesday.
See, I play fire with fire. Let's burn this bitch down. I don't give a fuck.
See, that's why I told you he's a bad influence, but I love him to death because it's like I want to poke the bear sometimes too. But as you can see, just to bring it back to this, at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that we talk about and people talk about without a knowledge base. And shout out to our brother TG that I had to flex. I can't flex it like he does, but I had to flex a little bit of my research abilities.
The research muscle.
Skill. Yeah, I had to do that because when I did this, I wanted to provide evidence. The same way TG does, I supply that to you guys. So we are going to always have evidence to back up everything we talk about. Like,
we're not just going to spew off Fox News memes.
Like, if you guys can't, I know you can't see it, but this is from the Tokyo Weekender. And I say courtesy because that's typical copyright that we can make sure we properly source our material. Because the teacher and me, again, teacher hat on, folks. If you're going to talk shit about us, at least have a book that you're going to quote from, or at least something reputable, not Wikipedia and your own idiot brains. But again,
facts is not their strongest suit.
I notice. But again, we are going to be doing this stuff, and this one. Now, I am currently.
I still can't fucking find it.
I told you I'm going to get you your book, so don't worry. I got you.
Oh, okay.
Because my guy has it waiting for me at the store. I haven't just gone to pick it up yet.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we are actually in the process of speaking with, and I know I've already reached out to him. So when you watch this, I'm going to be sending him the link to this to replay, to watch. Julio Anta is actually the artist behind Beast of Borinquen. And I reached out to him prior to this broadcast, and he is interested in coming on to talk to us about this.
Yes.
So I'm 1,000, and I know Tats and TG, all three of us are extremely excited for this because this book is part of the Weird West. So for anybody that's it's in the cryptids, which is a whole fan base in and of itself, which I'm loosely affiliated with. So if you're into like the Bigfoot, Chupacabra, ghost,
I grew up in Puerto Rico while that shit was happening, bro. It was wild because the back of my house, my grandma had a gallinero. For those that don't know, it's a chicken coop. You know, like my grandmother would be like, "Quieren asopao," and she'd go get the chicken, bring it in, snap the fucking neck in front of me, see the little fucking bitch jumping all over the place, and then we had to pick out the fucking plumes and shit. So I grew up back in the 90s and shit when that shit resurged. Then it was like el chupacabra, aquí le sacó la sangre a esto, like, yeah, bro. So I'm super excited for this because they made it a protector of the island instead of just a fucking goat sucker, that's what it is.
And the cool thing is with this book series, it's part of another series where they're kind of taking those cryptids and turning them into guardians. So like the stuff in Appalachia where we like talk about like, Bigfoot and the Wadingo and all that stuff, instead of them being like evil monsters, they're actually protecting their native areas they live in. And I think that's kind of a cool thing. It's under Dark Horse Comics, which if you're into Dark Horse used to do manga in the early 90s. Ghost in the Shell, Masamune Nishiro did a lot of manga from them, did a lot of like kind of darker, the Aliens and Predators series that Marvel eventually bought. Now, if you guys are interested in going to their website, I did list darkhorses.com. Beast of Borinquen, you can buy through them. It is a really, really well done book. It's about like an activist fighting what's like going on at that time in the island, which is overdevelopment.
It's between Maria. So it goes back and forth between Maria and Esencia. So it's between Maria, how the island, that's why it says 2017, how the island got fucked, got robbed by resources. Me and a couple of my friends, actually, I'll post a picture sometime. We sent the whole Rosa del Monte truck out there and did a whole thing for everybody. My dad, his whole fucking house disappeared from the water came and just took his house, like gone. And we also have the corruption from the government out there, which fuck that lady, Chris Farley looking bitch. And then we also had the administration at that time chucking paper towels at people and fucking Puerto Rico with the Jones Act. So there was a lot going on. And then now with what's going on in Puerto Rico, where they're trying to privatize the beaches, where there's never been a private beach. They're also trying to privatize
people. Was it pay for you to get into the national
El
parks now?
Yunque. Yeah, they're trying to privatize El Yunque and other national parks like Dr. Pedro Albizu Campos Park and everything. Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit that's going on. And the chupacabra comes through and is like, nope, I'm gonna take your head now.
And I love the idea of taking something that we would fear and turn it into a protector. And I think that this isn't going to be the first thing that they're doing, but the fact that the series is got a very loud Latino base to it, and it's working to try to show this kind of, I don't want to say struggle, but I guess would be, I guess the right word to use for it was the struggle that the island's going through and has been going through for a long time. And is still currently going through it, to be very frank, if you don't know what's going on. Like Tats just said, they're going through a lot of development and getting things pushed through and greenlit, which is destroying natural habitats.
So basically you got, and I'm sorry the way I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it the way I'm going to say it. You have all these white rich people that want nothing to do with the actual people of Puerto Rico trying to buy the fucking land. And they're trying to go ahead and privatize everything they're basically trying to gentrify Puerto Rico, and the people are not trying to fucking have it. Plain and simple. For me, Puerto Rico libre. The fucking states need to leave Puerto Rico the fuck alone and stop fucking jerking off like they have been for years. Don't make me go all crazy now.
see, that's going to be a whole. We will actually bring some people on to talk about this, because I would love to talk to Julio Anta about this, because like I said, like when I reached out to him, he is like very highly interested in this. So we will keep you abreast, because I know he's extremely busy because he's on the convention schedule now. So
yeah, and the comic book took off. The comic book got a lot of good reviews. And a lot of people say it reads more like a screenplay than a comic book. So I fucking hope Netflix sees this or someone sees this and it becomes a thing, because that would be great representation for the island.
Oh hell yeah! And I'm not gonna say this, that I wouldn't love to see this in Asian culture, because I would love to see this like done with like the Suicide Forest, or
that'd be crazy.
Like imagine that the Suicide
Forest, ghost towns
where the ghosts actually save people, because we all know Junji Ito. For anybody that's a manga fan and a horror fan, like Junji Ito does great stuff, and when you actually read his stuff, it sort of has that dark kind of
vibe to it,
vibe, and like kind of like the Lovecraftian thing to it, like where you're gonna see it's bad, but then it can be good, but then it's really bad again. So it depends on how, if you like, I mean, minus the racism in the Lovecraftian stuff. But I think if you are into that sort of stuff, there's a lot of things that he does where you can see that vibe happen. And I would love to see, more of that. Yeah. Gamera was something,
yes, I am.
Gamera.
I love that giant turtle.
Oh, Gamera was freaking awesome. Gamera's the spinning, seeing that thing with the wires fly.
When I was younger, my boys, they used to go to this little river and shit around here and grab the big snapping turtles and sell them to this older dude named Benji to fucking make asopao de tortuga. And bro, they one time brought this one giant snapping turtle that kept snapping at everybody, and I kept, don't fuck with Gamera. That's what I kept telling everybody, and everybody just kept looking at me like, "Que cámara, cabrón, que cámara."
And Joseph, no one, and listen, no one's asking for. We're never.
We're not asking for no money.
Yeah, bro. We just like, what we like to do is raise awareness. That's all we're doing. And it's about everything everywhere. Because like if you look everywhere, there's a lot of things going on that I haven't even touched on. And
listen, we're all hurting too much for any of us to be asking for money. Okay, so one thing I won't do is ask people for money unless I was about to do crimes, and I'd rather not do crimes. But even then, I would rather do crimes than ask people for money because I'm that prideful of an asshole.
Yeah, we're kind of. I'm kind of like, some people tell me that I'm too proud to ask for help, but when I do ask for help,
Same.
I only ask certain people that I know
Mm-hmm.
that won't look at me in a different light for me
You know
asking
my
for help.
situation right now, and
Oh yeah,
I'm still trying to figure out. And thank you, TG, for the information. I'll be hitting them up Monday. But yeah, you know the situation I got going on. I'd
of course.
rather deal with that shit on my own, and the way I'm gonna deal with it is by fixing my other car.
And here's something else that I think that we're gonna change the tone for you guys and girls that want to see something cool. This. This was this was
Yeah.
number one
Mm-hmm.
on what TG, Tats, and I talked about,
Yep.
was how anime over the last, maybe I want to say 25 years, has adopted a more hip
Hip
hop
hop. Yep.
centered culture and rhythm to what
And
they
that's
do.
two of the OGs right there to do that.
And here's something interesting again. I did not know Afro Samurai was actually a doujinshi. For those of you that don't know what a doujinshi is, a doujin is a manga that is
Mm-hmm.
not produced by any of the big companies, and it's self-produced. And it took
I didn't
off.
know that either.
I found that out 2018. So
No shit.
this was done before. Oh, sorry, this was it? I think it was 98. I can't remember exactly what I found the dates, but this came out before the anime came out. So the manga blew up in Japan. It never got picked up by an official label. It was Dojin, which if you guys
Mm-hmm.
go to Comiket, which is in they do it in Anime Expo in California in July, and then they do Comiket International, which is
Mm-hmm.
usually on the West Coast, and then you have Comiket in Tokyo. And Comiket is the Dojinshi capital. Basically, anybody that's never
Oh,
been published, it's all self-published manga. So it's
no
like
shit.
professionally, yeah, it's what we now call webtoon. So like what
Yep.
we call webtoon for like manhwa and
The
the Korean
Korean and
stuff,
stuff like that.
exactly, and
Mm-hmm.
Chinese manhwa, it
Yeah,
is.
manga. Yeah.
So that's kind of, for again, I gotta
So
flex
it's
my
like
brain.
it was like an indie comic, basically.
It'd be what we would call indie comics or zines here in the States.
Oh,
So
okay.
and I kind of, thought that that's kind of a cool way to start, that Afro Samurai took off because somebody that was Japanese loved hip hop music and eventually reached out to people like my boy wearing the Wu-Tang Clan
And
shirt,
then there's that samurai dude too. I forgot his fucking Yasuke or something like that.
Nasuke, the first
Yep,
African
Yasuke.
American that
Yep,
was
the
a
first
slave that went
African
over.
American samurai. Yep, it was
Mhm.
basically loosely based on him.
So if you guys are interested in seeing things like Samurai Champloo, which again, I did deep dives into Samurai Champloo because I watched it surface level, fantastic anime.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually done very Japanese, where it's three different stories that are going to converge into one towards the end. And they're all about maintaining your individuality, but covering deeper concepts of being an individual in a society that doesn't love individuality, because many people view Japanese that they're all very much like a hive
Yeah,
mind, that they're all
it's a
very similar. Yeah, it's a
homogenous or something like that.
homogenous society. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
not. It's actually very vibrant and very
Yep.
diverse, and that's what I love that this anime brings to the table. And
Yes.
and Champloo brought up topics like heavy topics like death
Yep.
and like sacrifice, and these are deep things that we look at a surface like this is for kids to watch, right? People say, "Oh, anime is
Yeah.
for kids." Well, not when you're covering big topics like that. That's a very hard thing to expose a 6-year-old to understand, or a 5-year-old.
Yeah. You get
It's
it
not Paw
late. You get
Patrol.
it. You get it later on in life. You understand what you're watching. When you watch it again, you're like, "Oh, I love this show." And you're like, "Wow, what the fuck was I watching?
Yeah,
This shit
and
is
look at this is
crazy."
what this is like 22 years later.
Mm-hmm.
22 years later, I can sit and look at this and be like, man, I really missed on a lot of these topics. I just thought it was cool. And it was like, it basically
Yeah.
started the concept of lo-fi. All the stuff
Yep.
that my students were playing in the classroom like 8 years ago was started because of Samurai Champloo, the lo-fi
Yep.
concept.
Yep.
And actually, one of the artists passed away, New Jobless. He was
Mm-hmm.
one of the people that was like really big in this lo-fi Japanese kind of like hip hop, like not using the vocals but giving you the fat beats. And I was like, wow, like I did not know any of this. And for me to kind of like dig deeper into it, and just even give you guys a sample of what this was awesome. And this is the sort of stuff that you guys are going to see us talk about. And I want to bring people on that love this stuff because again, these are just 2 examples of anime that I could look at, like Samurai 7. I can talk about freaking Cowboy Bebop, which is what me and Tats talked about. Big O, was another one we mentioned. A lot of the stuff that Cartoon Network got in the, I want to say the late 90s, early 2000s on the Toonami and the late night anime stuff that we got, those were like hugely influenced by like hip hop culture, the music that they played, jazz. I mean, Cowboy Bebop inspired jazz.
Yeah. Yep.
And the Real Folks Blues is still on my iPhone to this day. I absolutely love that song. I got to hear it played live, which was absolutely amazing at a concert at Big Apple Anime Fest in 2003.
Same, TG,
I think it was. So, to me it does too, because it's such a weird like like society, like everybody forgot things, but there's really like still things there. So yeah, this is what, again, a lot of people are into anime, but then you never go past the surface unless you're like a nerd like us.
It's like watching One Piece and just thinking it's about a stretchy guy that laughs at everything.
So can I tell you something? Can I give you a positive? I'm gonna give you a positive here because this is one of the many reasons I'm gonna show you that, like, again, people are gonna be like, oh my god, this guy Dre's glazing him. Yeah, I am, because he's my friend and he's doing a fucking good job. So kick rocks. You said something in the chat the other day. Back, I go into the details of our chat because that's between the 3 of us. But you said something about Luffy and you brought up the intricate details of what One Piece is. And when you actually look past One Piece, about like when you actually Google One Piece and the Jolly Roger and the flag and what it really means, revolution, standing up against
liberation,
standing up against the people that are holding you back,
the oppressors.
I think when
following
you
your dreams,
bro, when you said that, when I read that, I was just like, man, I'm with the 2 guys that are just we're going on. I got the rocket. I'm on the rocket ship.
Yeah,
I'm so glad to be here because this is exactly what I think you need to see and hear, because your anime, all the stuff that you like, I'm gonna get closer here, folks. All the stuff that you guys love. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All the stuff that you guys love that you think that there's no deeper meaning to, like Batman or
there's
Superman.
Always a deeper meaning.
We talked about Spider-Man last night, but I'm not going to ruin this show with that. But when you actually dig deeper into understanding why these characters mean something, and you start finding those reasons, guess what you find? A little piece of yourself.
Yep, 100%. Like G.I. Robot is my spirit animal.
100%. That kind of ties into the whole One Piece. Do you see where I volleyballed that?
Yep. I know.
See, I love my boy. He knew, like, I'm serving the
exactly. Luffy's biggest dream isn't to rule, is to be as free as possible. The way I say it is this: Luffy's nothing but an anarchist that doesn't like anybody fucking with his friends. That is all Luffy is, if you really break it down. Luffy is an anarchist, an individualist anarchist, meaning that he respects your individuality as long as you respect his and his friends. Because Nami is a capitalist. She legit, it's about money. You know what I'm saying? So anarchist, that was one thing that I was reading the other day that I was like, yes, absolutely yes. Anarchists do not like to be put in the spectrum of left or right because we don't fit in that spectrum. Because we can be friends with any of them as long as they're a friend to humanity. And I'm gonna leave it there.
Man, you coined me to be the one that drops the nuggets of wisdom. Today you just dropped the biggest nugget. I can't come top that one, man. took my title from me, folks.
It's been a while since I wanted to have this conversation.
But see, I love it though. I love that this is what this podcast is about. So I want us to, we both agreed that toys might be mentioned and the guests that we bring on maybe into that, but it's not gonna be what we focus on.
Pop culture overall is just the link, just the bridge. You know what I'm saying? That's all it really is. We're trying to get into the deeper level. As why are you in the bridge? Why are you on it? You know what I mean? Why are you walking across it?
What did you have to deal with? Because guaranteed that growing up for me, and I say this, and I know that Tats and I've talked about this a lot, and TG has been, and we've all three of us have talked about this. And some of y'all that know me personally, that know my story, being minority amongst one of 4 minorities in private school, and and then getting told you're different, but you were already different because you liked Voltron and you played with toys and you were a video game nerd.
I had someone tell me when I was growing up, are you a Puerto Rican? Because there's 2 different types of people. Which one are you? I'm like, what? Fuck you. You know, and that's not even that's just racism being fucking racism. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't even want to get into it, dude.
Do you know what? Wait,
but those are hurdles that us as just regular fucking people have to deal with when we like something. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point of this podcast, to show people like, yo, it ain't always cupcakes when you're collecting, when you're doing cosplay, whatever it is that you're doing, and you're just a shade darker than mayonnaise. You know what I mean?
What did AC say here?
You know how many times my ex-wife will start a fight because I turn around and have a whole conversation with a bum, and the bum's still a human. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Listen, there was one time I will never forget this day. I was the only Spanish person in one of my friend groups, right? And we went to PAX East. And we got in the train, and I let some old lady grab my chair, right? That right there, they were like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, bro, that's someone's grandmother. Have some fucking respect. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, T, for someone that's so crazy, like, bro, I'm crazy to the motherfuckers that push me to be crazy. Like, I'm not always angry and crazy. Then in front of PAX East, I gave a old dude, I knew he was struggling. I gave him $20 and told him, yo, either go get high or get something to eat, but I hope it makes your day better. I don't care what you do with it. And they looked at me like, what the fuck? And I'm like, either I'm trying to earn my way to heaven, or it's because I've been in that position. When I came to Massachusetts, bro, listen, when I came to Massachusetts, I had just gotten into some crazy beef in Pennsylvania, right? And I left Pennsylvania, I came to Massachusetts. When I came here, I literally had 2 trash bags and a suitcase when I came here, and $100 to my name on my 25th birthday. Now I own my house. Now I got both my cars. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm doing my thing. So me being in that position of being homeless, I slept in benches. I've been fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I empathize with those people because no one did it for me. So I'm gonna at least be the one to do it for them. That's it. It's really that simple. There's no return. No, I don't expect a return in my investment or whatever the fuck. Just, my mom always taught me, si tú vas a hacer algo, hazlo de corazón. You know what I'm saying?
100%. I'll tell you this, and you know this story, and I'm going to share it. I think a lot of
there
people
it is.
think,
if you grew up in the struggle, you understand the rules of the street. Keep kids and women out of it and respect your elders.
Ain't
that simple.
Preach. I'll share this story because I think people don't understand that, you know, one thing I went through was just because my parents put me in prep school, just because my parents worked their asses off to get me that opportunity to not have to put me in a place where I wasn't going to learn. I got the opportunity, but then 8th grade comes, and this kid that lived in Fordham, and he turned around, and we were sitting outside. I'll never forget this. We were outside of I went to Catholic school, folks, private Catholic school. This kid turned around and said, "Oh, look, Andre's a spick." And I said, I was like, "Spick and span? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't clean. I don't clean." That's how my brain was because I was ignorant, right?
I did the same shit.
So the kid turned to me and then and spit right in my forehead. Now, I had hair. I know it's hard to believe. I had hair at one point. And that shit went down my face and into my eye, and I just blacked out. All I remember was I was on top of him on the floor, like banging him into, like going like this, like grappling him, just throwing and pounding him onto the floor, like beating him to death. And it took 3 people, a principal, to take me off. And when they found the story, because again, we didn't have cameras back then.
Yeah.
The principal heard, and the principal is my football coach.
Yeah.
And he was a priest. He called my dad. This kid's parents, he didn't get expelled. He got punished. Put on suspension. That day changed my life.
Same here. I had the same situation happen like that too.
how does one ever come back from that when you're sitting there and now my dad and my mom have to have that conversation, which is awkward because how do you have your kid who thinks he's normal, who I eat rice and beans and I have hamburgers and I eat hot dogs, but I was different enough that one kid had to make it a point. And guess what? Have I grown up to be hateful? All three of my kids are half Hispanic and half white. I love them and I treat them like they should be. They're kids. They're perfect.
Because to us, none of that shit matters. As long as you're a good person, you're a good person. The only one that it matters to is those fucking assholes. Because I had the same situation like that happen to me. Before I became Street Hood Tyrone or whatever the fuck, I was just a goofy fat kid that drew pictures. Like, that was all I was. And I was getting picked on by this white kid. And I never did shit back. And every time I would get home, my mom would whoop my ass on top of me getting my ass whooped for not hitting them back. Then eventually, I got tired of it, and I hit them back. Guess who got suspended? He didn't get suspended. He didn't get nothing. And mind you, this was in recess that people seen him pick on me before, straight punch me and everything. I had a bloody lip once, went to the fucking nurse and everything. No, they didn't snitch because I'm not a fucking bitch. What happens? I knock dude in the fucking face, break his fucking nose, right? Now I'm suspended for a week. But hey, but hey, you know, racism doesn't exist, boys. That shit ended with Obama. Oh my God.
And but see, and we don't want this ever to be about that because I know a lot of the people are gonna try to clip that and be like, oh my God, these two guys are talking about. No, what we're saying
fucking clip it, and I hope it makes you fucking uncomfortable.
Exactly, because guess what? Clip those stories, because here's what we're gonna say to this. It didn't change us.
Exactly.
It makes us love other people. It makes us love other cultures. Because guess what? Regardless of that asshole kid, Paul Trentacosta. I never forgot your name. Paul Trentacosta.
I didn't forget mine.
And you know what?
What up, Brick?
If he ever grew up to turn around and say something, I said your name, Brick. I did mention you because I want you to come on the show. You did. And I'm gonna say something. It never changed us. It never changed me. Because I could have been hateful.
Let me give you another story, bro. Because Massachusetts, for the liberal haven that everybody believes, oh my God, this place is racist as fucking shit. I was growing up with a little clique of people, right? There was 2 white girls that were our friends, 2 white boys that were our friends, and then 3 of us Hispanics. Me, my boy Louis, and my brother. This is the first time I've ever heard, hey, my taxpayer money put clothes on your back. This is the first time I've ever heard this shit. This old lady, 70 years old, her name was Miss Slavin, right? Got so mad that we were outside having a good time. This bitch tried to run us over with her car. Multiple fucking times. Multiple times, bro. When I'm telling you multiple, at least 6, 7 times till we went to the apartment complex we were living in, and she followed us there. When she followed us there, and my mom almost saw her, my mom's a gangster. So once my mom saw that lady almost hit us, she almost beat the fucking bricks out of that 70-year-old lady. You see what I'm saying? And then she comes out the car and literally says, I hate you fucking whatever. My taxpayer money puts clothes on your back and I fucking hate you and da 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 da. That was the first time I've ever heard that shit in my life. And that was in the fucking 90s, fam. We're in 2026 and I hear that shit now. Like, it ain't coming from us. It ain't coming from us. It's coming from a hateful ass culture. Oh, Dre, you just got me in the zone, dog.
I know, and it wasn't on purpose, folks. The reason
it's cool.
And we said this is the first episode, and we wanted this episode to be. There was no real format to this. No, when we sat down, we talked about it. We don't want a format. We like it like financial mistakes, right?
Yep.
But in this, where the 2 shows are very different, you guys can TG and Tats will talk about the toys and talk about that sort of stuff. Here, it's not going to be really that. It's this sort of uncomfortable conversations, but we're going to have them because I know Tats and I are not the only 2 that have gone through these sorts of things. And
absolutely not.
As collectors, as parents, as as just people, we want to hear your story because guess what? How you still collect characters and figures is influenced by that story.
Yeah.
I like people know my Voltron story. And the fact that my wife wants to put a Voltron in my hands to fix a childhood memory that's broken because of my parents getting divorced and losing all that stuff, that's not something you guys hear. And I feel like if we hear other collectors' stories and we get to know it, you humanize somebody. And that's what I think that because we get out behind a keyboard or they watch a YouTube and they clip one thing, they don't listen. So listen very closely. You guys want to clip anything? Hey, I know you hate watch us. We still love you. At the end of the day, I don't hate you for you being you. I hate you for your ignorant thoughts.
I hate you because you're a piece of shit. It's really that simple. Like I don't hate people for people. I don't hate people for their skin color. Unlike those hateful fucks, I don't hate people for any of that shit. I hate you because you're a piece of shit and you don't know how to treat people right. It's really that simple. No tienes respeto, vete pa'l carajo. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, when we bring you on and we're going to talk Sentai, like Tad said, we're talking Sentai, and we're two Puerto Rican guys that live on the other side of the world, that we grew up with the love for this. We got people that talk car culture that that is worldwide. You ever go look at other countries? Do you realize that
100%.
Do you know what was interesting? I had like 20 slides. I deleted them before I sent it to Tats because I knew that this would be like a 4-hour show. And I was like, I can't do a 4-hour show. I don't think he wants that. But the end of the day, there's so many topics like how lucha libre and it influenced Japanese pro wrestling and how that influences American pro wrestling. How baseball, that's really run by a lot of Hispanics, is something worldwide in Japan that's equally huge. How breakdancing culture is wildly huge in Asia. How graffiti is in Europe and in Asia, and it's blowing up. I mean, like, there's so many great topics that we're going to cover on this show that we want to not just educate, we want to just show and showcase it, because guess what? Ain't no one else doing it.
No, and I think honestly, the way how close-minded this, I don't want to say just this hobby, but how close-minded society has become, I think it needs a fucking reminder that there's no culture that's yours. Culture belongs to all of us. Plain and simple. Dope is dope. It doesn't matter whether you're black, white, Asian, doesn't matter. Dope is dope. Bro, listen, I had one of my homies, his name was Ray, may he rest in peace. This dude acted blacker than me. And he was also fucking Frosty the Snowman white. And guess what? No one fucking cared. No one fucking cared. We did graffiti together. No one cared. No one cared. So this whole shit about caring now, it's only because Trump told you to fucking care. Straight the fuck up. Because Fox News told you that we are the others. Because Fox News told you that we're now the enemy when we're fucking minding our business. We're trying to just be better than what we were yesterday. That's all we're trying to do.
And really, at the end of the day, one thing that we both said, we do it for our kids.
Yeah, exactly.
We're old. I've lived damn near half a century on this planet. Guess what? I'm really setting up my kids to hopefully leave them better than what I've found.
Better than we found it. Yep. That's my ultimate goal 100%. with my content and everything that I'm doing is exposing the roaches so we can leave things better than we found them. That's why you see me yelling at certain individuals, because I'm exposing the roaches. But at the end of the day, we need to leave things better than we found them, because other than that, then what the fuck is the point of being here? Like, what's the point? If you're not trying to be better than you were yesterday, then what are you doing? Because I come from a very different background than Dre, right? I come from the gangs. I come from the streets. I was doing my thing in the streets. I was pretty fucking well known. You know what I'm saying? The name Tyrone rung bells. And it was one of those names that you didn't fuck with. But then I got shot. I quit. I gave it up. A lot of my friends are dead. A lot of my friends are still in jail. My cousin just did a 14-year bid for catching 2 bodies. He's been out now for 10 years and he's doing great. You see what I'm saying? Doing none of that bullshit. Like, we're trying to be better than what we were, because our circumstances at those times were not the fucking greatest. And because things now have become somewhat of a even playing field, now they're getting replaced. Oh, my bad. You know what I mean? So that's so when here we're definitely gonna talk about some touchy issues, and it might rub some people the wrong way. It might rub some people the right way, but who knows? We're just
At
gonna
the
go
end
for
of
the
the day,
journey.
we want to educate. And I think that that's ultimately, it's not just a matter of what, like, I'm going to try to find an eloquent way of putting it, because Tad said a lot of things that I do agree with. Like, yeah, we might have a slightly different background, but both of us have one thing that we, besides our culture that binds us, is our love for this stuff.
Yep.
And our life experiences, and the fact that we bond, that's what brings the two of us together. That's what brought me, him, and TG together, you know.
Yep.
And I think that that's such a great vibe, because it doesn't matter how different one person can be from the other, you know, we all can find that common ground. And if we can leave this and not just start screaming, like, yeah, I love Tats for when he does his stuff, because that's what got us to become friends, you know. And why we got close is because we found the other things that we have in common.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, if you watch other channels, which I'm not going to name, but when you watch that stuff and they're just sitting there spouting out rhetoric that's
fucking toy community slop.
Exactly. It's hate rhetoric. Hey, come here with us. We don't speak the hate rhetoric. You can watch this and get something. If you learn something today, which I think everybody can say, they walked away out of here not knowing that we were as interesting as, they didn't know as much about us, and now they know more than you
didn't
ever
know I was that
probably
much
did.
of a nerd until now.
Exactly. You didn't know he was a car nerd. If you did know him, now you know deeper. My man was pulling out facts.
Yeah. But I want to read that from TG, and that's a big difference. The concept of moving forward, wanting to do better, and learning from the past. Then you have those chodes who just reminisce on how things used to be and should still be. Exactly, because those things back in those days only benefited one type of person. I don't want people to confuse my anger towards clowns and like racist clowns for hate, because I'm not, listen, for me to hate you, that's a strong word. I don't throw that word lightly, but I will say I hate Chode because he's a piece of shit. That motherfucker I do hate, but I can't say I hate everybody else. Am I angry that we're in the situation we're in? Sure, absolutely. I fucking hate Trump, but he's worth hating. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't want people to confuse my anger for hate. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the things that I'm trying to learn. Because if you see my videos now, I'm not coming as hard. Oh my God, pause. I'm not going as.
Pausa. Okay, papi, pausa.
I just heard that. I'm not going as hard as I used to. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, people started with the rage baiting and all this other shit. And it's like, I don't care at the end of the day. But I feel like maybe if I calm down a little bit, I'll get my point across a little better. And that's what I'm trying to focus on now, is trying to be able to communicate with everybody instead of the few that are like, yeah, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Because there's got to be other people out there that are teetering in the middle, and I'm like, don't know where to go. And I just want them. I just want shit to click. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. I want it to click. I want to turn that light bulb on.
Think about what True Star Singer said, and this is what got him and I to talk. When you guys interviewed me on financial mistakes, and oh my God, I will say that one thing he said when I'm ready to leave this community. And I remember I said, pause.
Yeah.
Why do you want to leave? And we went on such a long tangent, the three of us, that when the three of us sat down, this kind of coalesced into everything we wanted to do. It's, you don't want people to feel that they have to go away from something because there's 1 or 2, 10 idiots out there that are making it uncomfortable. We're trying to show you that
10.
Guess what? You could come to this side of the field, hang out with us. We're not, you don't like what we say, that's fine. You don't have to. But at least
I came to the realization that this community is split, and we're trying to be the better side of this community. That's basically it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way I'm seeing it. The way I'm seeing it is this community has been split for years now. That's why I made the post that I made. And I'm noticing it's split in one side. Bigots. They got the loudest mouth. They got the loudest presence, and we're gonna fucking change that. That's my goal. We're gonna change that.
We welcome the challenge, but just relax, folks. And I'm gonna say this too. There's we made a comment, and I think Swampy said it best. You don't like what we say, that's fine.
Tírate contra el piso.
But leave the kids and the families out of it.
Leave females out of it. Leave females out of it, because that's right now the shit that
I know. Let's not go down
out of it.
Yeah, let's not go down the rabbit hole that you guys are trying to go down, because I do see it and I don't think it's okay, because I've got it in my comments about my kids. There's a difference. You don't like what I say, that's okay. Come talk to me. We're two grown men. But when you go start going after my kids or saying things about my kids, that's a fucking different story. And I've already warned people once. I'm not the one to trifle with. As much as you think, as educated as I am, I can get down and dirty with anybody. Yep. Don't tempt or test me.
And that's the problem, that we've had a lot of people trying to push this nonsense of like being intolerant and not and bringing back the good old days. You know, the good old days weren't good for fucking everybody else, man. That's it, plain and simple. The good old days weren't good for my grandmother. The good old days weren't good for my uncle that was in the fucking military. He told me how that shit got down. You know what I'm saying? Like, the good old days weren't good for everybody. Only you fucking... No, never mind.
So
I'm trying to keep my YouTube channel, people.
so let's rein it in a good way here. I'm gonna rein this in, because I understand how you feel. I feel the same way. At the end of the day, Cultura Pop, Tats came up with the tagline where representation matters. Yes. Anybody that wants to be a guest on the show, I'm gonna show. I have to actually give me a second here to reshare the slide, because I thought, y'all, when we did this, I wanted.
Yeah, buddy. Same here. I listen. I've lost fights. I've won fights. I'm just not afraid to get busy when I gotta get busy. So
it's still up here. Okay. Well,
I get you 100%.
I stopped sharing it, but at the end of the day, Cultura Pop is going to be about anybody. So if anybody wants to come on the show, regardless of, we will spotlight more, but I don't want anybody to feel like they can't have an equal shot at representation, because that's for everybody. So if you guys want to chat it up with us about Sentai stuff, we can do that. You want to, we're not gonna, I have topics that I think that Tats and I both have looked at and kind of okayed for the show. And if you guys are looking, we have some people we're going to fill in for some episodes. And I could say this now. We have the Latin Legions crew. So if anybody that's a Mythic Legions collector, on August the 15th at 9 p.m. on Saturday, you guys can come chop it up with our boys, the Latin Legions, Tony, Matt, and the crew with us. And we're going to just talk to them the same way we're talking about this, because guess what? I think Latin Legions are an amazing group of guys. Tony and Matt have been on a lot of what I've done with Dave, and they were even with Tats and I when we did the ride for Roswell. And you know what? I think that we want to just showcase them, talk about what got them into this and what was their journey like, because I know what my journey was, but it's like I want to hear other people's stories, and that's what we're going to
do. To sum it all up, it's basically, we don't care what your skin color is. We just want to know what your journey has been. That's basically it. We want to know your journey, and we want to be able to represent you as well as you represent yourself on our podcast. You know what I'm saying? And represent everybody else in the community that just happens to be like-minded. That's exactly to sum it all up. You know, I mean, that's what I feel would be the strongest suit for this podcast and where it's going. That's why I came up with where representation matters, because to some people, representation doesn't matter. Listen, let me tell you something. Representation matters so fucking much to us that once we got our own Spider-Man, we lost our fucking minds.
He's my
But
Spider-Man.
while you were angry, exactly, while you were angry that Miles Morales is now Puerto Rican and black, we were like, oh my God, that is the purest representation of New York to ever fucking exist.
A
You know what I'm
graffiti
saying?
artist, hip hop artist, DJ.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yep.
Goes to the private
Goes
school.
to
Whose
good.
dad's a
Yep.
cop
Good school.
and his mom's a nurse, and they both work real hard. And he's Spider-Man.
Yep. Yep. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? So like that's basically what we're trying to get across. Like we said, you know, we're two Puerto Rican dudes talking about Japanese culture, dude.
Wait till we talk about other stuff. Like we have
Yep.
so much cool stuff for you. Like I said, I would have had 4 hours of content we could have talked about tonight. And I don't want to spoil it. And this is kind of just because Tats and I have a lot of other things that we do, because we do this together, but we do have, you know, stuff that we do separate. And we're doing this like a season of a TV show. So we are going to do this episodically. It's going to be as close to every couple of weeks, every 2 weeks, give or take the dates, you know, and we're working with our guests and we're working with schedules. And when you guys tune in, expect some fun stuff. It's not going to always be heavy and serious. It may be, but it may not be sometimes. And the topics are going to be a little bit more adult.
It's going to go where the guest wants to take it.
Exactly, because it's about them.
Exactly.
Not about us.
Like I said, we're trying to represent you. Bring you here and represent you so we can all represent the community together.
And then when we don't have a guest, it's going to be about the material. So when we talk about drifting and we don't have a guest for that episode, it's going to be like we start talking about the movies, we start talking about the drift culture, and I guarantee you, more than you probably believe, you know more about this than you probably ever did. You at least played one initial D game. You probably watched an episode of the anime. You probably played a video game in the arcade. Hell, you maybe saw the live action movie. Who knows?
Yeah, and that movie's not bad.
The live action,
sorry.
Yeah, the anime was way better.
Bad.
Yeah, the anime was way better.
Animes, that's the GOAT, especially the Legends when they broke
it down into Chinatown and have the card with your car on it. See, that's how you know. Bro. That's how we tell you guys. Like we grew up with this, and I think that you guys will love. Overall, will love this content. You know, we are two brothers that love the culture and love the fact that we can spotlight you guys and girls and just whatever you want to talk about. Like I said, stories are ultimately what Cultura Pop is. The pop culture, yes, that might be the beginning, but the rest of it is that foundation. And a little ranting and raving and anger might come in there, but that's always part and parcel of the fun.
It's just that sometimes for me, it's because I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like how we could be so forward and these motherfuckers just want to go back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why till this day I would not understand, and I just don't care to understand it anymore. Now I just yell at them. That's it, because someone needs to yell at them, and that's gonna be me.
So again, if you guys want to be a guest on the show, and I haven't reached out to you because I've reached out to a lot of people, I haven't heard back from some. If I haven't had a chance to reach out to you, hey Leia, if you guys want to drop a message on either Tats or me, we talk every day, so he'll let me know, I'll let him know, and we can work. I'm trying to schedule things up until at least the second week of December. Just to be very honest, December is my anniversary. It's my daughter's birthday, the first day of December, my teenagers, and it's my anniversary with my wife on the 18th and Doomsday. So I have December this year is a very big month, and it usually is besides Christmas. And I kind of know that family is a very big thing. So I want to try to get our stuff scheduled prior to then. So if a date doesn't work with you, we're willing to film it with you separate and then do it as a filmed episode, and then we'll can it, and then we'll show it to you guys on a Sunday or a Saturday, depending on how our schedules will align. So that's how we're going to do it. So we're going to leave a lot of it, like Tats has said, in the guest hands. And, and if we don't film it, if we're going to have anything, you definitely check our socials. So if you're not following him, which you should be, if you're not following me, why aren't you? Yeah, you should be. Again, shameless plugs. We got to do this shit. The algorithm loves us doing this shit. And at the end of the day, make sure anybody that's in here that's not following any of the great content creators that we have had, like True Star Screamer, TG, great photographer. Not saying that because he's my boy, just saying it because I do love looking at what he's influenced me to start doing it.
Before he became my co-host, he was one of my favorite photographers. He's still one of my favorite photographers. I'm on Glazer. I don't give a fuck. That's my dude.
I'm mad because the two of them got me to want to start taking photographs now. So now it's their fault.
So we did our job.
They did their job.
We did our job. We did our job. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to say that I'm just super thankful that people are here watching. I'm super thankful that we get the support that we get. And I just don't want to I don't want to be another toy news channel. I'm not knocking everybody else that does it. Do your thing. I really appreciate y'all because you keep me in the loop. But there's already people doing that. There's already people doing reviews. There's already people doing toy news. And I feel like there's other parts of collecting and pop culture overall, like what we're doing, that just needs to be kind of brought a little more to the forefront, because I don't want to go down my algorithm and like doom scroll and all I see is like right now SDCC, like that's all that it was. And at some point it's like, how many people are going to talk about the same shit? And that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to fall into that same category. Again, I don't knock anybody that does it. I appreciate you because you give me the motherfucking news. But that's just for me and for what I want our content to be. It's not that.
Yeah, we want to make it where it's cool to talk about that stuff. But what about the actual content creators? If you did not see, and I'm going to shout Tats out on this, if you guys did not see Saturday Morning Toy Collectors interview with Tats,
thank you.
It was it was a great example of what you see on Financial Mistakes. It's a great example of what you see when Dave and I have brought guests on The Outer Dimensions. It is a masterclass in sitting there and actually going through and getting
shout out to Mark, Saturday Morning Toy Collector.
Facts. I would love to sit him down here and talk with him, because after I wanted to talk to you about that. I'll wait till after, because I wanted to. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to have our first episode come out first, start going and be like, "Hey, I like you," to get him. But I do have a lot of people I would love to bring on that have maybe been on Financial Mistakes, and I do know some people I've talked to. And shout out to everybody that's actually started following me because of what we've been doing. I love that I've gotten to make a lot of new friends and getting to know people. Like as Tats says, you're all homies, and our homies are definitely what you're going to be known as and what you're treated as. Because homies, you're treated like that because we care. And when I reach out to you personally, like Swampy, I've gotten to talk to. You're a freaking awesome dude. Love that we've had some great conversations. Look
Swampy's
forward to more.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, dude, I love him, and I love that we gotten to talk. And I want you guys to know that we're going to be bringing more people on and more guests, and look forward to this season, because again, there's a lot of cool shit that we're going to talk about that y'all are going to like, and there may be some shit that you're interested in, and if you want to, tune in, watch our socials, ask questions, make suggestions, hit us up. We're not afraid. I'm
always open to criticism. Yeah, I'm always open to criticism. Listen, we can't get better if you can't tell us what we're doing wrong. So I'm trying to get better for y'all so we can provide the best content that we can provide for you guys. Like, I'm trying to focus on quality content, and the best way to get quality is to hear the people out. So any suggestions, any criticisms, anything, my line is always open. Drain lines is always open. Hit us up. Let us know, hey, your lighting sucked. Hey, this, whatever, your audio, whatever it is, please let us know. So like that, we know what to get better at.
And just so you guys know, before we started the show, I know that my audio, and I asked my boy here to say, I was like, how's my audio? And I'm over here, he's like, you sound far. I'm working on getting a mic arm so I can actually move it, because my brother, I love you, Mario, you Level 1 Ranger, when you watch on YouTube, he actually mentioned that he's like, I love your content, Dre. I love Tats' content. I can hear him clear. You sound far. So I'm going to work on that mic arm. So I will be getting one. Once I take care of some bills, because my wife hears me say that, hey, I'm awake. I hadn't seen my, because she mad already. Because
dude, it doesn't pose that great, but
It's not
god
supposed
damn,
to.
does it
He
look
does look.
good.
Yeah, he looks cool. I lorded him in the game. He's one of my best characters.
Yeah, that's who I would. That's the only one I would use
Yeah,
was
he's dope.
Punisher.
He's dope. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Swampy, thank you, brother. We really
Yeah,
appreciate
brother.
you. And honestly, that's what we did. We wanted to create this community and hey, just keep watching. You guys may
Yep.
see some cool things coming down the pipeline that you didn't expect you were gonna like.
Listen,
So
the community is split into one side and one side only. We're trying to be the other side, the better side. It's really that simple. Like I've made peace with it. I've made peace with the fact that this is as divided as the country is, and it's divided because of the country. So let's create that space for us. You know what I'm saying? Pa nosotros.
oh, claro que sí, para nosotros. Hey, if the three of us get on
Ooh,
Rivals, hey,
I'm
I'm
down.
support all day. I'm a
I'm
strategist
down.
all day.
I need to get back into it. I haven't. I just haven't played it, but I need to get back into it.
Re-download it, and we have to have our. Oh wait, folks, don't forget. You will see a fighting game stream because we will talk fighting games because my brother here talked some shit to me,
We gonna test that friendship.
and we got to test our friendship now. This podcast may live and die on one episode. No, folks, if it really did that, then you know that we ain't real friends. That's why I'm saying,
man.
like, at the end of the day, bro, we're gonna do some cool shit, and I think TG, bro, that's a great suggestion.
That's a great idea, dude.
Get the three of us on Rivals or the three of us on Tokuan.
Yep. Oh, and don't forget TG's long form video. His first long form video be coming out soon. I'm excited. That shit, bro. I'm excited like it's a Marvel movie.
Bro, I tell you, I've looked very forward to this. And again, people probably think, oh, you're glazing your friend. Yes, because guess what? I'm gonna look at things that are positive when it's actually something I'm looking forward to.
Listen,
like, I'm looking
Dre was the first
life.
person before I even got up with TG. Straight up, one quick question, one quick thing about Dre. Before I even got up with TG, Dre hit me up and wanted to do this months ago. You know what I'm saying? Months ago. He's the one that lit the fire in my ass to get this shit going. It just happened to be that Financial Mistakes was kind of like the stepping stone for it. You know what I'm saying? But initially, if it wasn't for Dre, I wouldn't be doing this, period. Straight up.
Wow.
And I'm gonna glaze my homie because that's my fucking homie. I don't give a fuck.
Wow, that means a lot to me, bro. Like, dead ass. Like, that we didn't, again, this ain't scripted, folks. Like, I actually, that really means a lot to me to hear that.
It's the truth, because you're the one that hit me up first, and you're like, yo, we should get something going. Da 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 da. I just got some shit going on. I remember the whole thing. You know what I'm saying, with your personal issues.
Yeah,
and
I had surgery. We both have achalasia, and and I had my surgery.
And that was another thing that brought us together. Our broken esophagus.
Oh, let's not wait till we get to the back. I gotta tell you some shit that in December, because I have to get. They gotta put something here, and they're gonna check me out. And I'm gonna keep you guys. I'll keep it a buck. If anytime that we miss anything because we're ever sick or something like that, I won't fill in. If TG fills in, that's awesome because TG is just as good. If I'm ever out and TG fills in, so the three of us are not just interchangeable. The three of us work very well together. So you may see if I can't be on because God forbid something happens, life happens.
Who knows? We may be looking for a fourth musketeer. Who knows?
Well, technically, the Three Musketeers was fourth because there was Athos, Porthos, D'Artagnan, and I forgot the fourth one. But there is a fourth one.
So don't you know what I'm saying? Right now, I want us to build a network of people that, bro, we're not even guests. We're just homies kicking it on the fucking stream. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to. I want to get to the point where you could just hit me up like, yo, Tats, can I come on this day? Fucking sure, dude. Whenever you want. Doors always open. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want us to have a nice, solid network, a nice, solid community of like-minded individuals that we're just gonna respect each other and enjoy the hobby together, despite our differences. That's it.
And this was awesome. I had a great time. And again, folks, if you guys want to be a guest, hit us up. We have a lot of fun topics that we're going to do. I will tell you now, the 15th is taken because that's my boys, Tony and Matt from Latin Legions. They're going to be coming on. I don't know if the other two gentlemen will be. Tony has confirmed just him and Matt. I know Matt's on the West Coast, so it is going to be a little bit of a time crunch, but we're going to see. If it's just Tony, Tony's a freaking awesome dude. Big wrestling fan too. But we will be having a lot of people come through the show. You want on, hit us up. Drop us a message. Even TG. If you guys can't get us, hit up TG. He'll get the message to us.
And please don't ever feel like you don't have enough followers. We really don't care. Like,
I don't care if you got 1 or 0.
Please don't ever feel like, oh, I don't have that many followers. No, fuck that shit. Then get on here to get followers. You know what I'm saying? Like let's all grow together. That is the point of all of this that I'm doing, of everything that we are doing, of everything that Dre does, everything that we are all doing is for all of us to grow together. Voltron, motherfucker, Voltron.
Shout out to Rod the Rican, and if you guys saw him in here, he's very awesome. He's on Instagram. He's a Puerto Rican guy that lives in Puerto Rico, and he talks about collecting comic books and just nerd culture. Very cool, and he's very big and prolific in the community. I'm working with him now on something for next Sunday, as he just dropped a note here in this chat. So another great surprise. He is wanting to shout out some of the stuff that we're doing here and what I'm doing on my channel and what I do with Dave. So I will be talking and shouting out all my brothers and sisters that I work with on doing the stuff we do on YouTube. So that will be next Sunday. I'll figure out what time that is, and I will post the links on IG so you guys can, and I'll try to hopefully stream it to my channel. If not, you guys will just have to tune in on Instagram and we'll figure out where that's going to be. But Tax, do you, besides August 6th, was there anything else you had going on this week?
No, that's, so August 6th, we have Rowdy Riles. And then August 23rd, we got the homie Megatron coming through as well.
Oh, Megatron. Oh, I get to.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one.
I love
Rowdy's is going to be a fun one too, bro. Because
I can't wait.
Because of the fucking, we're going to make heads explode, bro. It's going to be great.
And I get to mod the chat. I'm so excited, folks. Y'all don't know. I am so excited. Ooh, I cannot wait. And Megatron's dope. After getting to hang out with him on the Homie Appreciation stream. Shout out to the Homie Appreciation stream. We will be doing another one of those. I will say we are currently in the process. I reached out to a couple of people. We're doing a mental health awareness. Something that we mentioned during that appreciation stream was about mental health awareness and kind of how collecting helps us with this. And a lot of people don't realize that we make some of our financial mistakes because we're going through some shit.
Because we're manic spending.
I've been there. I'm there. I know how that is. And we're going through some life shit that we don't really talk about. And we're going to have a stream that is going to go on. As far as the 4, I know that there's 4 of us, which was Dave's Dimension, obviously Tats, myself, and TG, the 4 of us. I am looking to get at least 1 or 2 other people. I'm trying to keep it small. We're going to have a little round table, and you guys and girls are more than welcome to join us in the chat. And if you feel like you want to share your story, if you want to come on, it would be an open seat to come to the table and talk about what's going on. And I'm scheduling that for possibly late October, early November. So
gracias por pasar. My bad.
So no, that's all right, brother. So later, brother. We love you. I want you all to know that I'm in the process of planning that. I know it's gonna be late, but because of our schedules and other things that I'm trying to get with a lot of people to make that happen. So
and I just want to throw it out there that I'm not afraid to say it. I've said it before. I do therapy every 2 weeks. If I have any exercises that can help you with anxiety or with panic or whatever, if I have any exercises that I can share with you, I will share with you. Like, I want us all to be the best that we can be. You know what I'm saying?
And that stream is going to be big. I will be posting it across all 4 of ours. Once I have everything solidified and we get everything kind of ironed out as far as dates, because I have to work with 4 people's schedules, or possibly 5 or 6 people's schedules, so it is a little bit much. But that's why we're planning it.
AC wants to come into the mental health.
AC, I'll hit you up. And we will, like I said, I'm going to coordinate with everybody's schedule. It'll probably be on a Saturday. The last time we did it was like a Saturday morning, which I know can be rough for some people, but I kind of treated it like a cup of coffee in the morning, and then we kind of just talked, and a lot of people loved it. We had like over 100 people come on the last couple that we've done. I used to do them twice a year, but I think that this one's going to be a nice size one, and I'd love to bring people on to just talk about this stuff. We're not professional mental health specialists, so take what we just say
like you are.
Exactly. We're just looking to make a group, like a round table, to show support.
Yeah. So that's basically what all of it comes down to: support. We're just trying to support each other. because nowadays none of us and a lot of us are lacking that support. And even if it's just here online and whatnot, at least you have some sort of support that you can go and talk to. That's what it boils down to, whether it's Cultura Pop, Financial Mistakes, it's support. We support each other. That's literally all it boils down to, honestly.
And again, I just, I love this. This is one of the things I love about this. You guys, I had a great time, and I hope y'all did too. I hope you, at the end of the day, we hope you learned something new, not just about us, but about
you're gonna learn today.
Yeah, you're gonna learn today.
I'm gonna start the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna start the stream now. From now on, you're gonna learn today. Traído por Pepsi Cola.
We have to. That's going to be the new start, and we got to put that on a T-shirt. And guys, just so I'm curious, if you like what we've said about the TG effect, we have back in the back lots, we have made that a joke between the three of us. I would love to put that on a T-shirt. If y'all would buy a T-shirt, we would love to do that. We'll find it. We'll find a website to do that.
I never plug it because I'm never trying to get money from you. I just hope that you find it one day. But I do have a Redbubble called Body Clothing Pa Nosotros. Yeah. And you can find actual stickers and Financial Mistakes merch as well. I will plug it in one of these days. I just feel fucking when I do it because I'm not here to try to take money from you, bro. I'm just here to try to have a good time.
What if we were to say that we could use something like that for the mental health, where we could donate the money to mental health awareness?
Yeah, we could do that too.
So
we could do that too.
I don't mind doing that. If we don't want to do that, we could always figure out something that y'all can donate to. Again, we're not asking for your money because that money will be donated to I'll look up some causes across the U.S. that we could donate to, obviously legitimate ones. And once I run it past the guys, if we all four agree, it'll be the one that we choose. And then that could be something that if we do make some merch, if you guys want to participate and buy something to that, we would then link you to that directly. And maybe that's something that's possible.
There is Financial Mistakes merch. I will be posting my Redbubble on my bio on my Instagram. So in case you are interested, I should probably show it out there or something. I'm not passive aggressive. I'm aggressive aggressive. That's an actual shirt that you can get. Financial Mistakes splash logo. You can get kind of like a Supreme box logo. There's my Fuck Nazis GI Robot t-shirt. There's a Fuck Ice GI Robot t-shirt. There's a couple things in there that I should be promoting. I just never do. But I will be better about that.
And hey, listen, that's kind of what we hold each other accountable. So just be looking forward to, if you guys missed last night, the Outer Dimensions podcast, Dave and I did a couple of reviews of summer movies. I will say that do not watch that last half hour of the show if you have not watched Spider-Man, because we do give you a 15-second chance to tune out the video. If you have seen Spider-Man, watch the video. If you haven't, don't watch our show yet. I'm gonna say that flat out.
I was in there spoiling that shit like fucking crazy, bro.
He had no fucks to give. We had so much fun. Even Dave and I, people actually reached out to me and they were like, "Yo, were you mad at Dave last night?" No, that's how Dave and I are, folks. If you ever wanted to see how Dave and I are, we got heated over the Hulk. If y'all don't want to know, we got heated over the Hulk. I'm not gonna say spoiling. But Tats knows what I'm talking about. Like, we got real heated over the Hulk last night. And it was like,
ooh, they're about to throw down, son.
Honestly, it was so funny because my family watched it and they were like, "Are you and your friend okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is how we are. We get passionate. It's all right. We're not mad at each other. I love them to death." But that's just something that y'all, if you watch it, you'll understand. If you have seen Spider-Man, watch it. It's hilarious. But at the end of the day, we look forward to doing more content like that. And we have some cool cartoon content that we're going to be doing on that show. I will be dropping my first long form video on the 14th. I have not dropped a long form video in a long time.
No, I look forward to that. I didn't know you was cooking that.
Oh yeah. It's all you and TG. And again, this is where you blaze your people. Bro.
Well, we're here because of you, so it's all of us. Blame all of us.
So TG said to me when he interviewed me on Financial Mistakes, he said, "Hey, when are you going to ever get back to doing, like, what inspired you to do, like, your content and the long form stuff?" And I got thinking, like I said, man, shit, I've been sitting on this stuff. It's been in my Google Drive, and I just haven't done it. Well, be proud. Your boy's been working on it. And we got 6 videos that are going to drop starting every week on Friday at noon Eastern Standard on August the 14th. So every Friday it will drop, and they will be a part of a mini series. It's going to be a season just like this. It'll end the way I geared it. It will end, I think, the 11th of December, and then I'll be taking off till the middle of January of 2027. So then I'll be having new long form content. But it's going to be all the content that you guys were asking for. Like, what about Swerve? And I've added some new content in there. Like now with the whole issue about Marvel having problems with people of color in canceling their movies. That video, I was canning it for a long time. It's going to happen. So tune in. I'll be posting that on my socials as well. And I look very forward to doing that. It's been a long time since I've gotten in front of a camera and just talked by myself. Oh, yeah. And I don't always like it, but expect it. And look at that.
That's some of the stuff on Redbubble. My bad that I'm doing it like this, but Boricua equals citizen, Magabicho.
I need that.
What up, Rowdy?
What up, Rowdy? But
apparently we're in a relationship, just so you're aware.
Yeah, just let your girlfriend know that, just let your girlfriend know that's, and his wife now knows too. So I guess, we didn't know that it was polyamorous.
I found out today.
Oh, shit, look at that, folks.
I found out
no
today.
Anniversary. No, we didn't get, folks, this is news. We drop bombs on Cultura Pop.
For real.
Yeah. It's been an episode, Rowdy.
That's their new joke. That's their new joke.
When you get the chance on the replay, watch the last 45 minutes of this show, and you'll get to catch up on kind of what's been going on. And then hopefully we will,
you'll
on the
see
back
me
end,
almost pop a fucking blood vessel.
Oh, listen, yeah, they love your beautiful self. Come on now.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Apparently we're a power couple.
Wait, they shipped Tats and Riles? Is that going to be the new handle we're going to see? Tats and Riles? I mean, clip that. Guys, if you want to clip this.
No offense, but the fucking, just hearing that shit from these clowns and seeing it on their fucking, on Chode's chat is hilarious, dude. And then hearing it today again, it was just so fucking funny that I was just like, bro, that's all you guys could do. I told him straight up, I was like, that sounds like a projection, my friend. Like, the fuck out of here.
I'm saying. But I
like,
thought
I called him straight up. I called him, oh man, look, another closeted homo. Like, you know me, I got no motherfucking filter.
We shouldn't. You don't need to. Mm-hmm. When people act stupid, you get put in your place. That's what happens.
Mm-hmm. Te ponemos en timeout.
Oh, see? Un pampao. You know un pampao? My daughter knows what that word means, and she knows when I say that. She knows that. Oh shit, no.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. That power couple, we don't hold a candle to them.
Oh no, that is the true. That is the Brangelina of this.
Yeah.
Of this. That's
I like Chad Dog. Chadog.
Oh God, can we make that happen?
Chadog.
Someone's got to put that picture together. Animated.
She did already.
Oh, I didn't see it. I have not been on Instagram at all today, so I'm gonna.
It's a while back. They're having the happy couple.
Oh, I need to see this. I cannot wait to see this, folks.
Rowdy got some fucking Photoshop skills.
But again, I think that when you guys look at this, you're gonna see an awesome alternative to what's out there. And like we said, we look forward to it. Definitely, we've given you guys a lot to chew on. There's a lot of cool content we got coming down the pipe. Like I said, treat this like a season of a good TV show. The best episode is going to be this first one, and we're setting the tone because when we come on back on the 15th, you guys are going to see some awesome dudes talking about their journey into collecting and how they started and where they're going. And I just look forward to talking with some fellow brothers that got awesome stories. So, was there anything you want to say? Do we have a closeout for this?
Not really. Thank you for coming through and shooting the shit with us. I really appreciate you. My blood pressure went up about 2 clicks in the middle of this fucking stream, but that's okay.
Sponsored by.
Ahora, mi gente, les enseñamos aquí en Cultura Pop, donde la representación importa. Aquí traído por Pepsi Cola y Coca-Cola y el pan sobao.
Oh, man, I just saw some today. Uf, pan sobao.
Le metemos los golazos en el culo.
Oh. I can't. Y'all, when you see the subtitle for that, for the closed captions, I gotta watch this so I can see what the captions are gonna say to that. Because oh my god, that's perfectly said. Chef's
Le metemos el golazos en el culo.
Nah, but thank you all again. You guys just make this show just so much fun to do it, and we look forward to seeing you guys back on the 15th, Saturday, August 15th, Latin Legions crew, and we'll you know, I don't want to say catch on the flip side because that's what I say. I'm out of stuff.
So, real quick, Financial Mistakes, August 6th with Rowdy Riles.
Yep, that's Tuesday
coming up.
That's this. Is that this coming Tuesday?
Thursday, no, I believe.
Thursday. Sorry, Thursday. So Thursday, I'll be in the mod in the chat. We'll be monitoring what's going on and having a great time. I'm looking forward to this, folks. So Thursday, August 6th, 8 p.m. Eastern, Financial Mistakes. Tune in. We're going to have fun.
And with that, se la dejamos. Nos vemos, mi gente, para la próxima. Oh, hold up. There we go.
Powered by Taxon Toys. Toy. Taxon Toys. Toy. Powered by Taxon Toys.